Hi guys, how's it going? I'm doing a video today on why I don't like Fallout 4. I know it's going to be a controversial video because the majority of people absolutely bum this game. It is up for Game of the Year award and all the rest of it. But I'm going to tell you why, for me, I'm not enjoying this game. Right, let's start with storyline. I find the storyline quite bland. The main characters that you play with also have pretty boring stories, to be honest. I think the game is missing a really interesting baddie. The last game I played similar to this was Far Cry 4, and it had Pagan Min, and that was really interesting story with a really interesting main character. So for me, this game's kind of missing that. I think the game is quite slow going, quite heavy going, and you spend probably about 75 to 80% of the time just wandering around looking to pick stuff up to either sell or to build up your house, or improve your weapons, do whatever. And it's quite rare, to be honest, that you actually come across something to fight. It's all quite sparse in the open world. It takes a long time to come across anyone to actually do anything, and then when you do finally come across them, you have to fight them with no ammo, because I found that you've constantly got zero ammo and zero money. I think, from what I understand, you have to I've played the game now for about between 15 and 20 hours, and at this point I have not worked out how the hell you actually earn decent money. Like, I understand it's something to do with one of the perks, and I don't know, you either grow stuff and sell it, or do something, or trade something, I don't know, you do something to make money, but I haven't worked it out. Like, the game's not that intuitive, really. It takes quite a bit of researching to work out how to do the most basic of tasks, which for me is not really the sign of a good game. You shouldn't have to go online and look up how to do things just to work out how to do something as simple as make money on the game you're playing. It's crazy. So when you do finally get into battles, the battles are pretty standard. The AI of the enemies, they just come running at you. There's nothing really particularly interesting about what they do. The the people that are supposed to help you, like Nick Valentine, or if you've got Dogmeat with you, or Codsworth, then they just tend to get in the way, to be honest. They block doorways, and I don't know, you can duck behind a barrel or something, you go to get out and they're just be in your way constantly. The AI programming on them is actually awful. To be honest, I would have thought Bethesda would have actually sorted out programming to get them out of your way in like battle situations and stuff. It's just really, really irritating. The other thing I find is if you're playing third person, as soon as you duck behind anything, go up to a wall, or you're fighting in corridors, indoors, or anything like that, it's just a complete nightmare. Basically, you spend the whole time either inside the wall, or inside a barrel, or inside a box that you're hiding behind, or you can't see anything because the camera angle changes and suddenly you're just looking at like the back of your head or something, and it's just unplayable. Basically, you have to switch into first person view every time you go indoors to be able to play the game, which is not a big deal, but it's just something that hasn't really been thought out. I find it very glitchy. To be honest, the glitches in the game, every time I play, I just find glitch after glitch after glitch, which I guess you're going to find on a massive open world game. But I don't know, people always say about this being a massive open world game. I don't know if it's actually any bigger than, again, like Far Cry 4 or something like that. Like, the actual map doesn't particularly feel any bigger. Weapon customization is probably the coolest bit about the game, and to be honest, that's, again, it's cool, but they've missed out one of the main points, I think, which is that anything you pick up doing your normal missions, like the specialist weapons that you find and stuff, are always going to be better than anything that you can build in the customization, like in the weapon customization bit on the like weapon building workbench or whatever. So it kind of makes it all a bit irrelevant, really. And the same goes with, building your house up and all the rest of it, and collecting all the junk to build your house and stuff. Like it's fine if you're into your Minecraft stuff like that. I guess it's quite good fun, but it doesn't really affect the main story you're playing, or isn't relevant really in any way. So again, it's just not something that I've found particularly well thought out. And again, if you actually want to do any of that stuff, you've got to really look online to actually work out how to do it, because again, it's just not intuitive. If you want to like link your village to someone else's village or something like that for trade routes and bits and bobs, then it's just a complete nightmare. Right, what else is wrong with the game? Graphically, I think, graphically for me, this game is still last gen. It's the same system as what Skyrim was built on, I think, so it's just kind of slightly updated version of that. It looks nice, but it's nothing amazing. I guess in a big open world game like this, the graphics are never going to be like unbelievable, because you wouldn't be able to fit the game onto a disc or anything. But yeah, just a little bit disappointing. And again, I find there's a lot of stuff where you go up to like trees, or you go up to plants and grass and stuff, and it looks like thin bit of paper, and just I don't know, really glitchy and not very good. Another main problem with the game for me is the loading times. They're so slow. Every time that you leave Diamond City, you get like a 2-minute loadout time, or every time that you change floor on inside a building when you're on a mission, again you're sat in the lift for about 2 minutes whilst the game loads up. And for me, it just pulls you out of the whole experience. The whole point in an open world game is that you are immersed, and you don't have to come out of that open world removing loading screens between parts of the level, which, what's the point in doing that if every time you go indoors and you need to move through a building or do something on a mission, you get 2-minute loading times? It's just crazy, and for me just really detracts from the whole experience of the game. So yeah, so for me, I'm not really enjoying the game. I've given it long enough now. I can make a fair kind of judgment on it. I know that everyone else seems to love it, but for me, I'm just not enjoying it that much. So there you go, guys. Right, well, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, if you're really enjoying this game, or if, like me, you've just been a bit disappointed, especially after all the hype. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Bye.